there. So welcome back to the Average Golfers. It is the middle of June and today we are at the Hobson Golf Course. I know that says Hobson Golf Store, but that's the only signage we could find to kind of film around here. This is 25 minutes outside of Newcastle.
Yeah, I'd say it's took me 25 minutes to get from like Denton Burn to here.
The same out Sunderland, so it's in the middle of Sunderland and Newcastle. We do travel from different directions, so yeah, it is in the middle of them too for us. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. We were here a few weeks ago. It was really bad weather. We couldn't see anything in front of us. It was really foggy. So the Hobson have given us another chance to get this vlog done. So greatly appreciated by them. So let's get cracking with that.
Here's the first hole. It is 489 yards. It's a par 5, stroke index 15. There's the little guide for you. Seems like quite a nice opening hole. Good thing to get your arms loose to start your round off. So let's see how we get on. Right, review of the first hole, which was the par 5. It was a nice opening hole to start with. It was a good hole to get your swing opened up. Even if you haven't warmed up that much, it does give you a chance to rip one off the tee. You've got not really much left and right to be scared of, really. There's a little ravine ditch thing running halfway along, but it is just a concrete path inside it. So if it hits it, I'm assuming it'll, as long as it doesn't stay in, I think you should be all right. Coming up to the green, it's quite an open approach to the green. It's just there. There's a huge bunker. It's behind this little bank here to the right of the green, which is obviously protecting that part of the approach. Once you're on the green, it's quite a large open green. Not really much else protecting it once you're up to it. So it's quite a nice opening hole.
Okay, so at the start of the second hole, it's a 394 par 4 stroke index 5. There's a little map here, a few bunkers in the middle of the fairway and a couple protecting the green. We have played here before, so we kind of know where to be hitting it. We usually hit off to the left, so we'll give it a go. Okay, so an overview of the second hole. A pretty straightforward drive. You have got trees to your left and trees to your right, but it shouldn't affect your drive, to be honest. It's quite open. In the middle of the fairway you have 2 bunkers, which if you're a big driver you shouldn't be in too much trouble with those. The bottom of the green you have quite a deep bunker, but again it shouldn't really give you a problem. None of us went anywhere near it. The green itself is quite big, but it's also flat, so it shouldn't affect your putting it at all. But yeah, a very nice hole, that one. On to the next one.
Right, we're now on to the third hole, which is par 4. It's 347 yards, stroke index 13. There again is the little diagram. So obviously to the left hand side, give you a quick view of it there. Left hand side's a bit dodgy, it's out of bounds. Anything over at the right, you're just onto the next fairway, so it's not really that bad. Let's see how we get on. Just thought I'd give you a little view from the third hole green. Quite picturesque. That's the clubhouse back in the distance there. Quite a nice way to spend a Sunday morning. Right, review of the third hole, which was the par 4. Off the tee, as long as you stay to the right hand side, anywhere right you're alright, anywhere to the left you are out of bounds. After your tee shot, you're then looking, there's some fairway bunkers just on the left hand side running along the fairway. After that you've got a large bunker protecting the green to the right hand side, which is there. The green itself runs a little bit left to right, and it is a little bit back to front for the way it runs. So as long as you're at the bottom end of the green, you're always going to have an uphill putt over onto the next hole, which is the 4th.
Okay, so we're here at the 4th tee now. It's a 376 par 4, stroke index 11, so a mid difficulty hole. It's a little map there. We have played here before, like I said before. So we know there is a lot of trouble to the left hand side, which we usually do find. So a quick review of the 4th there. Like I said at the beginning, anywhere left you're gone. It is quite deep woods, so try and play your ball either centre or right if you can. And then once you're in there, you have a pretty straight shot at the green, to be honest. Try and get the green in there. You have a ditch running through the middle of the fairway halfway down, but to be honest, again, your drive shouldn't be anywhere near them. It is quite far away. You do have a couple of bunkers protecting the green. Try and get them in as well. The green itself quite large, but it is quite a flat green. you shouldn't have too much trouble with it. And there is a bit of trouble at the back of the green, but to be honest, you shouldn't be anywhere near them. So yeah, let's get on to the 5th.
Right, we're now on to the 5th, which is a 357 yard par 4. It's a stroke index 1, so in their theory it's the hardest hole on the course. Give you a little view of the little diagram there. It doesn't look like much. Gotta watch out for that big red arrow. Don't know if we've seen one of them yet. That's your view. So like I say, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a hard hole, but based on what I remember the green being like, I think that's where they're basing this on for the stroke index. A review of the 5th hole. As was said from the tee shot, as long as you stay to the right hand side, middle or right hand side, you're all right for your tee shot. Anything to the left is gone unless you hit it way left and you get onto the 6th little par 3. You approach into the green, you've got a large bunker protecting the green in front of it. Once you're beyond that, the green is elevated and it's got like a kidney shape to it, and that is quite a large drop off at the back of it as well. And I know some of the times we've played here, they generally do put the flag to the back of the green, so it makes it more of a chance you are going to run off the green. Other than that, I don't agree with the stroke index 1. I think as long as you get a decent tee shot, you should be all right with it. But obviously, there's a reason for it.
Okay, so we're here at the 6th. It's a 143 yard par 3, stroke index 9. And it's our first par 3 of the day, so we will film the tee shots and things. You have a photo of this hole as well, which is quite handy. Okay, so our first par 3 of the day marks off now. We can see today, we did play here a couple of weeks ago and you couldn't see 2 foot in front of you, so it's going to be a bit better today.
Yeah, I'm taking a pitch and wedge. So.
Pitch and wedge. Yeah. Oh, he's feeling on point.
I haven't had a good shot yet today, so let's see what...
You do have a pond to your left and to your right, so you need to hit a straight shot. See how he goes. Well, I've lost it in the sun, so I can't see where it is. He's not on the dance floor.
To the right. You're live here on the 6th hole, which is the first par 3, so par 3 challenge. I've just hit my shot as you've seen. It went off to the right, so Liam's got his shot now. Let's see what he can do. He's taking a 9 iron.
A bit more.
I think Liam's off to the left. I think it's covered the pond. Yeah, he's covered the pond. I think he had too much club there, but he's see what I like when we get.
Okay, so a review of the 6th par 3 there. That was our first par 3 of the day. I'm just going to show you a quick overview of the features. This is the pond, which will be on your left from your tee shot. You also have a stream running in front of the green there. And you also have a tiny little pot bunker here to the left hand side of the green. And as you can see, the green is pretty flat. A little bump to the left hand side here, and you do have trouble at the back and the right hand side, sorry, if you're overshooting your tee shot. But again, lovely little hole, that one.
Right, we're now on to the 7th, which is another par 5. It's 467 yards, stroke index 17. There's your little diagram. What they're not showing you on the diagram is below this bit is your tee box down here, but there's a big pond thing here, and it just makes your tee shot look so difficult.
And also there's a dip in the middle of the fairway, isn't there?
There's a dip in the middle of the fairway there, so it adds like an extra club onto whatever shot you're taking into the green. So let's show you how this one plays out. Review of the 7th hole, which was the par 5. Liam's just put his shades on there, doesn't quite fly. Tee shot, like we said on the tee, you've got to get over the little pond thing, which is the first part of getting over this hole, I think. Your tee shot, as long as you stay to the right hand side, you're a bit better off. Anything to the left hand side, that is deep trees, deep rough, so there's a good chance you are going to lose it if it goes in there. Your approach to the green is protected, one, by the huge ditch that's halfway along, so it does add an extra club on to whatever you're hitting, because it just makes the hole look a lot shorter than it actually is. There's a bunker protecting the green to the left hand side, and then the green itself is quite flat. Again, it's quite large. Seems to be like a thing with the course here. The greens do seem quite large, so you have got a chance of always having a putt on one of your approach shots. But it is a nice hole, but I think it's harder than the stroke index allows.
So on the 8th now, it's a 348 yard par 4 stroke index 3, so again one of the more difficult holes on the course. I'll quickly show you there from your tee shot, you have got to hit over a ravine, so any short tee shots into that you are gone. So you're going to have to put a bit of might into these ones. But yeah, we'll see how we got on. We should be okay. Okay, so review of the 8th there. Like it says at the start, you do have a tee shot over the ravine. You want to be right if you can, because on the left hand side there is a load of trees. If you're in there, you're pretty much gone, to be honest. There's a lot of tall grass as well, so it'll be hard to find your ball. You do have a big bunker to the right hand side of the green for your approach shot, so you want to be left this time. You do have a few humps in the middle of the fairway as well, but they shouldn't trouble you too much. The green is quite large again and flat. It seems to be a bit of a feature here, like Mark said in the previous hole. The greens are quite big and flat, so you do have a big target to aim at from your approach shot. So on to the next, which is the 9th.
Right, the next hole is the 9th, so the last hole of the front. It's 363 yards. It's a par 4, stroke index 7, so like halfway house for like difficulty. That's your little guide there. Again, it doesn't really show you on there, but you're going over another little ravine, so anything off to the left is completely lost. The right's a little bit more open, but it's still not the best place to go. You are just aiming for straight into the middle across that bridge. That's like a good line in to get your second shot. Review of the 9th hole. Like we said from the tee shot, you've got to go over the ravine at the start. As long as you get over that, anything left is gone if it's too far left. Anything to the right, it is a bit more open to the right hand side, but you're still risking it if you go too far right. Approach to the green, you're protected by 4 bunkers. There's 2 short of the green, and there's 1 to the left and 1 to the right. Both different in sizes. The one to the right hand side is quite a large bunker. The green itself is quite big, and it's a dual level one, so you've got like a larger plateau at the top. It is quite long, quite thin green.
Okay, so we're on the 10th now. It is the second par 3 of the day, 191 yards, stroke index 6. We have played this before, and I know it is uphill a little bit, so we need to take a club more than we'd usually take, but let's see how we get on. We'll fill in the tee shots. Here we are at the 10th, par 3, second par 3 of the day.
6 iron.
Mark's going with a 6, Jesus Christ.
Well, I took a 5 last time. I still don't think it's a 9.
I myself go with a 9 iron. You do need a little more on this because it is a little bit uphill, but
I'm not going to whack it.
I think Mark's going for the clubhouse or the car park, to be honest.
I'm going for the car park.
See how he cans. Lovely strike, lovely strike. Right on it by the looks of it. It looked like you put about 50% into that, Mark.
I went 82.
82%.
6 iron.
Yeah, he got that right. I was giving him a bit grief. I was giving him a bit grief for the 6 iron, but he got it right.
Here's Liam's shot. He's taking a 9 iron. So he's got the old McElroys. It's.
I suppose that's hence why you take a little bit more.
You possibly do take a bit more than a 9.
A little bit confident on that one, I think. I did hit the deck.
You did hit the grass quite early before, but so don't take a 9 iron. Is the story here? Is the
trick. Review of the second par 3 of the day there, which was the 10th. I myself took a 9 iron and I was way short, to be honest. I underestimated it. Mark took a 6 and he was pretty much on point if he put everything into it. So I would definitely recommend taking a higher iron than you think it is off the tee. Pretty straightforward. It is uphill with a hump before the green. Again, the green is quite large, so you do have a big target to hit that. So yeah, on to the next hole, which is the 11th.
Right, we're now onto the 11th, which is 410 yards. It's a par 4, stroke index 8. So the middle of the course really for difficulty. There's a little guide for your shot. The little ... red line is, just to give you an idea, it's for the cars. So anything off to the left is just an absolute no-go. Anything off to the right, give you a little view of it. Anything off to the right is quite open. So anything left is just complete no, they don't even think about it. Review of the 11th hole. I'd say, in my opinion, it's probably the easiest hole on the course. Yeah, tee shot, unless you completely mess it up to the left, there's one bunker at the left hand side about 50 yards off the tee. Anything to the left is obviously on the road or in the trees. To the right, you're all right, because you've actually got some kind of line into the green. There's no other bunkers further down, so there's nothing really to stop you from having a good go at trying to hit the green in two. The green has got a few breaks in it. You'll see on that putt that I've just done. From where I was, it looked as though it broke right to left, but when it got to the hole, it went to the right. So that's down to me not really being able to read the green properly. But on to the next hole, which is the 12th.
Okay, we're here at the 12th, which is a 439 yard par 4, stroke index 2, so again one of the harder holes on the course. As you can see by the map there, anything left is out of bounds, as you have a road and trees on the left hand side. I'll show you. And on the right hand side there, you just got over fairways, so really you need to be straight, or if you do hit it right, you're not too bad. Let's see how we get on. Review of the 12th there. Like I says on the tee shot, anything left, you're gone. The road does run parallel with the hole all the way down. If you hit it right, you do have the opposite fairway, which is the 13th hole, so you are safe. But there is quite a lot of trees as well there, so just be careful on that. The fairway itself is a pretty bumpy fairway, but you should be fine. And then you approach up the green. It is a massive green on this one. The front of the green has a few little pot bunkers. But you should be fine. It is quite flat green as well, so you do have plenty to aim at. So on to the next one, which is another par 3, the 13th.
Right, so on to the 13th, which is another par 3. So as usual, the par 3 challenge. It's 166 yards. It's stroke index 14. There's the little guide. See, two little bunkers protecting the green to the right hand side. So we'll be filming these two shots to show you how
so here we are at the 13th. It's the third par 3 of the day. Mark's off first. He's taking a
tailor-made one, Aspers.
He's taking an Aspers ball, a little bit of advertising there for the company, and he's taking an 8 iron as well.
8 iron.
Let's see how he gets on this one. None of us has hit a green today.
We've been terrible today, to be fair.
And he's hit it right. It's coming around a little bit though.
That's absolutely abysmal, that one.
A nice little chip on for his par putt. Let's see how I get on.
Right, we're here for Liam's shot on the par 3. As you saw, mine was an absolute joke off to the right hand side. I've just played horrible today, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to review. I think Liam's followed me off to the right hand side. Yeah. It hasn't been a good day for our swings or our play, but we're here to review the course rather than review of the 13th hole, which was the par 3. As you've seen, neither have we done very well on the tee shots, which has kind of been a story of our day to day, really. The hole itself, just the green there, it's not that difficult, to be fair. As long as you can get it off the tee box. You've got two little like grass mound bits going across your line, but other than that, it's quite an easy hole. There's one bunker to the right hand side, which does protect that part of it, but the green again is a big green, and it is a dual layer one again, so you've got like 2 levels, and it does run back to front. So anything below the hole, if the ball goes to the front of the green, you are going to have an uphill putt.
Okay, so on to the 14th now. It is a 354 yard par 4, stroke index 18, so they're saying this is the easiest hole on the course, which I wouldn't agree with, to be honest. Mark's the same, wouldn't agree with that. It's a quick one there. See how we get on. So we're here at the 14th. It is the easiest hole on the course according to the club, so we've decided to film our tee shots to show you how easy this hole is.
Which we will prove, although we have been absolutely atrocious today and we can't hit anything. But let's see how we go with it.
We're obviously going to prove you all wrong here.
We will do, yeah. We'll just show you that it's like probably one of the hardest holes on the course.
He's heading towards the trees on the left. He should be okay though.
That's all I've done all day.
Mark should be a lumberjack.
I need to be a lumberjack.
Let's just keep it going. We're not even going to stop this.
We're not going to stop. We're just going to keep it playing. No cutting here.
I think we'll wave him through because there's a good chance Liam will probably hit him. One of the greenkeepers there doing his job. Absolutely cracking condition as well the course of the day, so they're definitely got something right here. Liam just loves to go where I go, so he's just followed us into the trees.
I mean, it's so you can talk to each other on the road.
Yeah.
You don't get bored if you follow each other, so... Not that we'll hang about trees together now.
Nothing like that, but we do seem to end up in the same places. Onwards to the next shot. Right, review of that hole, which was the 14th. I'll just spin this round here. The tee shot itself, it's one of the easiest tee shots on the course, I think. It's really open. Anything to the right hand side, the actual part where you're landing on is really big. You don't even have to take like a wood off the tee box. You can just take like a 5-iron, land it short of the little path, like creek thing that's there with a bridge, and just have a little wedge into the green. If you're a big hitter, I mean, it's a downhill hole, so if you're a really big hitter, you could try and show off and try and hit the green. It's not impossible, I don't think, if you get a good catch on it. There's 4 bunkers protecting the green, which are, you've got like 1 at the front and there's 3 on the other side. One's big, you've got 3 quite little ones as well, while the bee tries to attack us. The green itself, again, it's just long, quite thin, quite flat, as we've seen for nearly every hole here today. The greens are, the condition of them's brilliant, I think, this time. When we last played here, they must have been doing something with them, and it's really showed through now. The quality of them is really good. So we're now on to the next hole, or holes, which is classed as Amen Corner. Right, so this, I'm assuming, is that like the signature little part of that course. Give you a little look here. Amen Corner. So the R of remembering, it's 2 par 3s, like back to back, and at first glance they do look quite easy, but as you've seen us play the day, and generally I suppose most of you will know as well, par 3s are generally where you lose most of your score. This is your bit. I'll just take you up the steps, just need to trip over as well. That's the next hole there. This is it. So I'll now show you the review for both of these ones.
So here we are at the first hole of Amen Corner, which is the 15th, 151 yard par 3, stroke index 16, so again one of the easiest hole on the course. There is a little pond to the left hand side, and there's also a little creek runs through the middle of the fairway. So let's get on and film the tee shots. We'll just go straight up.
Up the stairs.
Up the stairs. What are you taking there, Mark?
I'll do a pitching wedge again. The wind's a little bit on my back now.
Yeah, the wind is in our back, so Mark's gone with the pitching wedge. I think I'm going to go with a 9 myself. Threw that stone better than he's hit his shots all day. Any good? Front of the green, he's on the dance floor, first one of the day. I'll has a ball. Let's keep it going.
Are we keeping it recording? Right, he's left his club and everything down the stairs. So this is back up. We're getting a lovely day for it again today. I know, like last time when we played here, you couldn't see 3 foot in front of you for most of the round. So they graciously let we come back and do another review for them, because it's not something we could really do properly when we played last time. I don't actually know where that went. Oh, Liam's is just down off to the left. It was probably the right length, just a little bit off to the left hand side.
A bit long.
Right.
We've got a new feature here at Average Golfers. This is the action shot. Press the red button if you want to join this. Here we go. He's rolled it in nice. It's coming in. Oh, just not enough. Just not enough.
Just show you how the greens run though. They're beautiful condition, the greens. Really nice.
We'll watch him finish this off. He'll probably miss.
I probably will from here.
No, he puts it away.
See, I'll get your ball out as well, yeah.
Nice little par. 2 pars.
There you go, 2 pars.
Yeah, so a review of the 15th there, which is the first par 3 of Amen Corner. Yeah, a little pretty straightforward hole. You do have a little stream running through the middle of the fairway, leading into a pond on the left-hand side. Left-hand side shots are gone. You're full of trees, and like I say, there's a pond there.
There might be a heron in there as well.
You might be a heron, or even crocodiles. You never know. You never know in Stanley. You have two big bunkers protecting the front of the green, but again, if you've got a decent enough tee shot, you shouldn't be in trouble with there. You also do have one at the side of the green, which I was near down there. The green itself is pretty big, again, which we've said before is a feature of this course, we think. Pretty flat, big greens, so they do give you plenty of a target. And as you can see today, me and Mark will look like something off Miami Vice with our sunglasses. So on to the next one, which is the 16th, another par 3.
Right, we're on to the 16th, which is the second little hole on Amen Corner. Again, we're always paying off the yellow, so that's why we do give these yardage markers. It's 162 yards, it's a par 3, it's a stroke index 4, it's one of the harder holes on the course. Thought we'd just give a little shout out to the people that are on here. You've got mole patrol and tree felling. It's just, they're on every single tee box. We just thought those two were quite funny. That's your tee shot. Quite a picturesque little hole, I think, actually.
Okay, so here we are at the 16th. It's the second par 3. Back to back of Amen Corner. Mark is going with an 8 iron. He has hit this green on numerous occasions in the past. So let's see how he gets on. Lovely strike. I think he's just to the left hand side of the pin, but he's on the dance floor again.
Right, this is Liam's shot. He's doing what the pros do. Just line it up. Fix on what we've worked out, that the pros do that so they can remove all of the distractions and just focus on one thing, which is what Liam's just done here. It's in the air, but it's off to the right. He's having another practice swing there.
Yeah, I'll just chip that on.
Well, chip it on, put it in. No bother. 16th, which was the second hole of Amen Corner. Another little par 3. As you saw for tee shots, mine was on the green off to the left, Liam's was just off to the right hand side. The hole itself, your tee shot is quite straightforward. It's 8 iron, 7 iron, you've got 2 bunkers, one to the left, one to the right. Again, the green does run front to back, so anything below the flake at the front of the hole, or the front of the green I should say, you're always going to have an uphill putt. Other than that, it is another quite straightforward little par 3. It's quite a nice little bit to do to have par 3s next to each other. So I think it's quite a little quirky part of this course, which we would do generally enjoy doing it when you do play it. On to the next hole, which is the 17th.
Yeah, so we're here at the 17th here at Hobson. It's a 366 yard par 4, stroke index 10, so a mid difficulty hole. As you can see by the map there is quite a lot of rough ground halfway up the fairway. So you want to play a shot up this first fairway, and then you've got a shot into the green. So let's see how we play it. Review of the 17th. Like I says on the tee box there, there is quite a lot of wasteland halfway up the fairway. It's pretty open for your tee shot though, because you do have 2 parallel fairways running with this one. So if you go right or left, you're going to be all right. You have got quite an easy shot into the green as well over the wasteland. The green is quite big again, like a feature. I know I've said it a million times. The greens seem to be massive here and are quite flat. So you have got a big target to aim at once you're on the fairway. So on to the next hole, which is the last hole of the day, the 18th.
Right, we're at the 18th now, which is 488 yards. It's a par 5, and it is stroke index 12, so it's just above halfway for what they think the difficulty is. There's a little guide there for you again. Looks quite straightforward. You just got 2 bunkers protecting the green. We're going to show you our tee shots on this one as well. Give you a rough idea of how we get on.
So this is our final tee shots of the day here at the 18th.
Wind's just starting to pick up now.
Starting to pick up in our face. So Mark obviously taking a 3 wood, doesn't use his driver. It was one of them weird shots where you don't quite catch it but it still goes. He's at the ravine which runs through the middle. Let's see how I get on, probably on the other fairway than me, but you know, it is what it is.
Right, so here's Liam's tee shot. Get a nice low shot for you. Coming around. Is it alright?
Ding dang do for me.
That'll ding dang do. Awesome. Last tee shot of the day, thank God. View of the 18th final hole there. We've just come off it now. Tee shot, you've got like a little ditch again, which kind of runs through like the 1st, the 18th, like goes right the way along, but it is again just like a concrete bottom. Anything left or right within reason, you're going to be safe because you have got fairways running both sides. Your approach into the green, it's a par 5, it's quite a long par 5 because your second shot is uphill, so you'd probably play it as like a 3 or a 4 shot par 5 and try and get off with like a par, probably a bogey I think to finish off. The green itself, you've got bunkers protecting the green, and the green, like we have been saying all the way around, to be fair, they're quite a big green, it's quite an easy target, and again it's quite flat, it does run front to back again, but all in all it's been a nice round today. Well, I've really enjoyed it. Right, here's our scores for Hobson Golf Course. We've had a bit of a chat about it. We've given the greens an 8. The condition of them was really good. When we were here last time, we were definitely doing something with them, and that's definitely paid off now because the quality of them was really good. The roll, as you've seen on when I was doing the putt shots, the roll on them was really smooth. There was never any bouncing or anything on them, so that's an 8 for that. The sand, we never went in the sand. I don't know how we didn't go in the sand for how bad we played today, but I had a bit of a poke around in the sand to see what it was like. We're giving the sand a 7 because it did seem a bit like damp underneath, but I think again that's down to the weather we've had recently. The fairways we're going to give an 8 as well. The quality of them was really good again from last time we played, but you can tell that they've done something with them which has totally and utterly improved them. So a big shout out to the greenkeepers for what they've actually achieved here, because the weather hasn't exactly been brilliant lately. So overall we're going to give Hobson Golf Course an 8 out of 10, which I think is a good reflection on it. I don't think it doesn't deserve any less than that, because like I say, we didn't play the course very well, but that wasn't down to the course's fault, that's just us being average golfers. So that's, if you want to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and we'll definitely keep bringing you videos, reviews. We're going to try and do a few other things as well, which is different to just doing normal golf reviews. We're going to try and do like club reviews, like apps, a few different things like that. We've just noticed a few other things that have come online lately, so we're going to try and get in contact with them as well. So we're going to try and bring you a few different things other than just actual golf courses, but it will all be golf related. Thank you very much.